Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where I talk for a moment about what it means when I capitalize a part of one of my video titles. And I know that most people who make YouTube content use that as sort of a clickbait approach, right? They're trying to garner interest in their video by making big words, big letters, and everyone goes, ooh, big letter, click big letter. And, I understand that there's a whole amount of research and logic behind doing it. But for me, it feels like if I constantly am clicking using the big words, it kind of loses the value, it loses the meaning. So I have reserved caps lock, cruise control for cool titles for the runs that I think are particularly stand out, is basically what it comes down to. And there's a reason I'm mentioning this, by the way. You've seen one recently, based on the timing of when this has gone up, and there are a couple more in the pipeline. And I've had some absolute bangers of runs lately, and I'm really excited for you to see them. And it's my general opinion that I want to make it obvious to you if you're a casual sometimes viewer, right? You don't watch all the videos, you watch only a couple. The ones that you should always watch, in my opinion, are the ones that I do add the caps lock to the title, right? It's always going to be the first word, just so that it actually stands out. But those are the ones that I personally think are really good for some reason. They might be absolutely horrible, like so bad that you have to watch it to see me suffer, and if I somehow win, it's a miracle. Or maybe they are doing something really cool that I want to show off that I don't think people see enough. I'm never going to do it because, haha, I high rolled. Like the previous video, for instance. I was playing Hellhorn Prince, or Hornbreaker Prince. I always get his name wrong. I was playing Hornbreaker Prince, and they started me with Ashes of the Fallen and Welder Helper. From that position, you win the video game, right? It's just the nature of the thing. So I don't consider that particularly outstanding, right? It was a good run. I think I navigated it well, but I think it's also a really easy run to play that anyone could navigate who's at Covenant 25. I think it would have like a 95% win rate or something really high. So, based on that, I don't think that's particularly exciting. It is part of the game, right? Those kinds of runs exist, but it's okay. I don't feel bad having those runs, but they're not the ones that I'm going to draw your attention to, right? The ones I want to draw your attention to are the particularly good ones that I see, that I go, oh man, this line is really cool and I don't think people give it enough respect, or things like this run sucks and somehow I win, or something like that. So be on the lookout for those. That's what that means. I felt like just kind of mentioning it because, I don't know, it's maybe not obvious and you might just kind of think it's random if I didn't say anything. So, fair enough. But anyway, let's talk about what we're doing today. I am, as before, just kind of playing on my win streak, right? Nothing fancy. We're up on 88 wins in a row right now on my personal win streak. Very cool. We're going to 100 or dying on the process. Hopefully not dying. We're only, 12 out, so that's pretty cool. And I already mentioned what our previous run was, so that was cool. Turns out, with Transcendent Self-Infused, you can really solve a run pretty quick, and every other imp under the rainbow plus Impsicle, good times. So nothing crazy. That does bring us up to 44 on the series as well. So that's 44 episodes of the Train of Thought series we've won in a row. Pretty cool. And now we're going to be moving forward to Sentient. I think Sentient is fine. I think she's very dependent on hitting healing cards, because I mean her HP is not very good. I mean it's good on like cultivating, right? But it's not very good on something like spikes, right? Only 120. You're gonna really need to answer the question of how do I just not lose, right? How it basically comes down to something like Unleash the Wildwood or a tremendous amount of healing density. And usually you might not see it, right? You don't see those cards every time, so sometimes it can kind of fall short. The cultivating line is okay. I think cultivating slash spikes when you have another clans line up top is good, but you also always have the self-infused Awoken Hollow with a sweeper line, usually Shattered Shell. That line is interesting because I actually don't think it wins consistently enough with Animus of Will as the backline. Even if you kind of hit everything you want, like a self-infused or something, you probably need some kind of offensive scaling infusion, right? You need something that's going to scale her power. Just self-infusing Animus of Will is not good enough, right? Because you're relying entirely on Awoken Hollow for scaling. So you need something better. And It's kind of interesting that that falls short, I think. I don't know if I've ever tried it, but mathematically I think it just kind of doesn't speed up enough on the Divinity, right? I think it falls too close to... It maybe kills a couple waves, but I think it doesn't actually scale to the first mini-boss. So you need like a holdover Awoken... words are hard. A holdover Razor Sharp Edge or something in order to compensate for that. Because then you're getting enough scaling out of that card, right? Because you hit so many times. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting in that respect. So, I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, the worst combo with this, in my opinion, is Umbra. Because Umbra does its own thing, and morsels don't play nicely with Sentient. But, I don't know. We'll see what we see. I don't need to talk about this too much more. We're going to be at Sentient into random, no mutators, Covenant 25. Yeah, sounds good. So I won't say anything else. We'll talk about the strategy and the tactics of the run once we actually get into it. But yeah, fair enough. All right, cool. As always, though, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we turn this into 89. All right, hopefully you're doing well today. I'm having an okay one. The middle of the week for me. Nothing particularly exciting to report, just work, right? And work's not doing anything particularly exciting either, so I got to use some plasma physics today at work, but oh boy, what am I going to do? Tell you all about that? No, that's not that interesting. Let's get it on this run, shall we? Today we are default Awoken with default Wurmkin, so I have pings in the form of fractures. A lot of good hits here too. We have a holdover, not a holdover, we have Rage Talos, we have Spell Shield Fell, and Chased Seraph, which means I probably don't want to lean too hard into spikes if I can avoid it. We're shown Razor Sharp Edge Shelter and Invigorating Solution. It's a pretty good start, I think. The Razor Sharp is obviously excellent. It scales us very quickly in the early game and helps a lot for the late game. It's actually a really good card to have two of, in my opinion. So there's that. Shelter's nice, no matter what. If I'm using healing, it's maybe a little annoying to play, but it's just temporary HP, so it's fine. And Invigorating Solution replaces itself and draws a bunch, so sure. They're kind of do nothing, but that's okay. What do we get? Notice Stone? I have Consume cards, right? I have 3. Yeah, sure. Notice Stone is nice because it means that my restores suddenly get stronger. Alternatively, there's Split Anvil here. There is a world I do something with Split Anvil. What's coming up? All of these banners are going to be good. The Wurmkin banner, the Awoken banners. Interesting. Interesting. I could see both of these as strong arguments. It's really no way of knowing what we're doing here. I only have the restores that benefit from Notice Stone. I think if I had Echo Breaks, I would lean a little harder that way. I might just click the Split Anvil. It doesn't do anything for me now, but it will quickly do things for me later. Yeah, and because Notice Stone is so low impact, I don't really mind. Cultivating and Bristling, so we see both of the good options. I could reasonably see this going either way. It is chased, so Spikes is maybe not ideal solution. I'll probably just take Cultivating then, it's fine, right? It's fine. I'm lingering on this, maybe too much. I think Cultivating's fine here, yeah. Okay, am I strong? I have Fractures. So actually totally. I have Razor Sharps as well, so I can take this money, no problem. Where are my temples? I do have final 2 ring temples, which is nice. I have a lot of temples. That's always good. I'm seeing Awoken on the magic side, Wurmkin on the steel side. I'm seeing another Awoken and a Merchant of Steel. Double steel shops early on means I see my next one on ring 5. And then nothing until ring 7. We actually just have a lot of steel shops on this run, which is nice. I could take this money and be a little aggro here. Yeah. It's just 1 upgraded clergyman. That's okay with me. I will take the armor trial, yes. This also has no upgraded units because it's only... There's no clergyman here. So that's good. We just play top, and then I blow up this back dude. It's what, 3x4 is 12, so we kill it. Yeah, cool. Awesome. I will Razor Sharp Sentient here. And then take money, probably. It's tough, because I'm not necessarily guaranteed to see enough fractures, but I do have the ability to Razor Sharp the... What is it? These foot soldiers here, so... Cool, yeah, and I will Razor Sharp a foot soldier. I'm going to play the Invigorating Solution, and I'm going to put Restore up top, just for the Echo, I think. Yeah, we leak that man. He does 0. It's fine. Can clear the back line. That's good. It's actually really nice having Cultivating's draw power here, I think. 12. Think about the numbers here. 12 puts him at 43. I have to play a Train Steward in order to save 2 damage, so it's worth it. Yep. It was good. I'll take it. Cool. I will play a Razor Sharp on the back line here. It just answers it. And do I win from this position? What's coming in next? I'm seeing 6 cards. I have 6 in my deck. So Fracture, Fracture, Restore, and Shelter. Doing what? This thing will hit... What is that? 5 times? So 5 times we get 17 by 5, right? In case you're curious what I'm doing, I'm basically deciding, do I have to play Razor Sharp on my Train Steward in order to not take 6 from the boss? Or can I play the Weight of Contrition, right? So it's really just down to that. The Razor Sharp guarantees I get through this. That's a lot of damage turns. That's a lot of damage turns. I, of course, also have armor coming up with a heal and some fractures for value with a good number of echoes up top. So we might be okay. We are just doing 85 based on 17 by 5 rounds here. And then that's not even factoring in Cultivating's effect, which is another, what, like 1, 2, 3, like some kind of like 10 damage or something. So 95 damage right now. And then the Train Steward has 2 rounds at something like 12. Right? So that's honestly 107-ish. We're coming up really short here, basically. So I actually think I need to play this Razor Sharp Edge and accept the 3. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I look how close this was. Actually super important. And because of the curse, I didn't even see the Shelter, so fine. Yeah, we would have absolutely gotten bodied if I hadn't done that. This saved a lot of HP by doing it this way. For sure. That's excellent news. Good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that I made that decision correctly. 7 here is actually really nice. Restoration Detonation is probably the right pick here. I'm not necessarily going towards infused cards. Right? Sting is okay. I already have Razor Sharps. Restoration Detonation is nice, I think. A good heal. Yeah, fine. Echo Snare, Forced Contamination in my clan pack. Echo Snare's kind of backline. I don't really know what I'm doing on this run yet, so I guess I'll click a consumed purple card, right? I think that's going to be okay. This has value? Sure. Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing on this run. We have been shown Steelsinger, which I click. Okay. War 1 Steelsinger, I will go left here, 100%. I would like to see multi-strike and quick. I'm going to tunnel these early steel shops while I can afford it. The Wurmkin banner is maybe something relevant. Large is bad. What is this? Keeper of Echoes, Kinhost Carapace. Not great, right? I don't want those, yeah. Yeah, I just skip here, actually. It's interesting. I think I do want something that goes with the Sentient because it's cultivating, not spikes. But you can never really know here. Keeper's not bad, but I think I'm going to skip this for now. If I skip this, I may not actually see something to go with her, right? That's kind of the main concern. This dude just kind of solos, though, right? All the restores go up top. I take space eventually, and I play them together. It's pretty good, actually, right? I think I skip this. These don't answer anything I want. I'm not using this infusion. Yeah, alright, we're fine. I am going to re-roll this then. Sure, quick. It's fine. Take what you can see here. You take what you see. And I'm just hoping for some kind of a good infusion. I'm going to chill on spells at this point. Rather not spells, on shards. Yeah, fine. Like a money trial? That's a good money trial, right? Right? Yeah, this is fine. I almost definitely take some damage for it, but I'm okay with that, actually. Right? It's just fine. Sure is. Cool. Oh no, I take damage. It's fine. Restore. How greedy do I want to be here? This is the case where, like, spikes would have been so much better. Oh man, if I'd only known about the Steelsinger situation. The restore is big value here, right? It is permanent scaling, which is nice, but I'm taking 2 here. I'm a little concerned about just eating it on this floor. We're going to leak a lot from this position. I need to take Ember and Space and a lot of stuff here, really. There are some things I could draw that would be good, right? If I see Restoration Detonation that destroys this front dude pretty quickly. Can I greed for this money is really the question I need to ask myself. I think so. Yeah, I think I can. It's kind of a weird realization. Yeah, here's a Restoration Detonation. That's solid. And then I take the Restore up top. Yeah, I'm totally fine with it, right? And then I Fracture middle, killing that man. Yeah, take nothing there. Cool. Interesting. Can I get this kill? I think I can, right? He's taking 25 right now. Goes up to 35. And then restore. Restore. And then I echo. Yeah, we get it. Cool. I need to answer... Yeah, Fracture here is good. That is an answer. I just take double restores. I need to scale. Yeah, this man wins. Cool. Take every heal I can get. Sure, 3 turns maybe? That's fine. Where are we up to? 36? It's pretty decent actually, right? Honestly, another healing card. Yep. Infused. That is good. I don't need these others. Bogfly, Proclamation, Hosting Kin. Shame I didn't get something like Echo Infusion, but it's fine. I go to the right. It's very straightforward here. I would have taken a Wildwood Sap if they'd shown it just for the regeneration density. Awoken banners are good because I could see Animus of Will, but I am just going to go to the right and hunt for something good like a multi-strike. That's great news. That's excellent. Now all I need is a good what's the word I'm looking for? All I need at this stage is a good infusion, and we're very strong. I'm going to put a plus 30 in Restoration Detonation here. If I see an X5 or something, this card becomes broken. It just does. And I'm not going higher on shards here, so I will do this. I have no good infusion at this stage, and I don't have to do anything at this shop. Yeah, alright, let's look at the caverns. Spike driver colony? It's endless. Is that good? No, it's not. I'm modestly considering, what if I spike driver colony infusion? Endless is bad, though. No, that's never it. No, and I don't want automatic rail spikes. A ping might be good, but I do have fractures, which are okay. I think we skip this. This is kind of an awkward position for these units. I don't see myself doing a good infusion on Spike Driver. It's not the run for it. I don't want to take cards that add more cards. I could just take removals here, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could just take removals. What am I doing next floor? Merchant of Magic? What would they show me? A holdover? I'll save my money. Alright, you convinced me. Being able to reroll for a holdover on that restoration detonation is quite powerful. 25 is very comfortable here, too. I basically just tunnel vision Steelsinger. What good shot, honestly, right? Sucks. I need Ember pretty badly. I'll take the Razor Sharp, I suppose. I mean, we just lose our dude on this floor, huh? I guess I could tank for her, right? I like her draw power. I'm gonna tank for her, and this will be okay. This is tough. I mean, we'll be okay simply because we play heal cards up top and it's fine, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna lose Sentient, and it's just gonna be okay. We're over at 45, right? Yeah, we are. So I actually just pump these fractures into Talos here, and that's okay too. Alright, goodbye Sentient, I suppose. Just take every heal card the game shows me here. Sure. Just play every heal card. Play Shelter. I want Invigorating Solution. I already win Relentless, so I just want to hit more spells that are healing. And it pays out. Sure. Show me heals, please. I'll click them. I'll click them. Yeah, it's okay. Good turns. Okay, what are we up to? Moment of Truth. 52 by 2. One heal, and it's enough to... Oh, Echoes the Past is good here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Channel Song is interesting. I guess. I don't need Wildwood Tome. I already have Quick on this dude, so it's fine. Echoes the Past is good, but I need to up my heal density. I was really hoping to see, I don't know, Unleash the Wildwood. Just give me a good heal card, please. This is a really good spell to dump my Echoes, though, right? I think I don't need it. I think I should take it. This is like one of the few cards I'll grab at this point. Infusion-wise, we have no infusions. I think I need to take one of these. Shattered Shell's Infusion? It's not awful, right? Anytime we kill... I mean, it's better than nothing. I'm trying to decide if it's better than Kinhost Carapaces. I sadly can't use Awoken Hollow here, because I need to be able to play one behind Sentient on bottom, and then the other one up top. I'm always taking space sometime on this floor. Yeah, I'm always doing that. I might actually do the space now. Because the nice thing is I get a draw card, I get a draw relic from Sentient. It would be nice to protect her. Her draw is important here. Is it just Shatter Shell? It might be. I mean, the other consideration, though, is I could just stay low on shards for now. Maybe they show me an Edge Prior, and Edge Prior's infusion is significantly better than Shattered Shell, right? But I might not see Edge Prior, right? I should take something. Should take something. It's kind of an interesting one, right? I don't actually know. Shattered Shell's infusion's almost not even worth it, right? I think it's enough, but I could just use a restore on him, and that is as good as Shattered Shell's Slay trigger. Actually, you know what? I skip these, right? If I end up not having an infused Steelsinger, it's actually just okay. These are all low impact. I was looking for Animus of Will. I could still hunt for it. No, I couldn't. Wurmkin banner is left. Alright, so in that case, we're just screwed. I also have this split anvil, and I haven't seen anything I really want to use to capitalize on it yet. I don't know. Space is really strong here, though, right? Space is very strong right now. I can play the two of them together, which is really good. I will do that. I will do that. We'll go to the magic shop. A single holdover is very powerful here. I can remove some trash. Double stack. -1s are good. Just make things that I want to play free. Restore free. Yeah. That's a good card. Double stack? Nah, I don't think I need this. I'm gonna spin it. The +10 is irrelevant. Okay, remove consume. Fine. I'll make another restore free then. Okay. Probably gonna buy a removal. Cultivating 2. I could take spikes, but I think cultivating 2 is better just for this big HP drop, right? Yeah. What do I do? Yeah, sadly, I didn't see that holdover, but you can't always get what you want. Worst cards are Train Stewards by a lot. It's fun having a Steelsinger run. Haven't had one of these in a while. I'm going to go to the right on this next floor and probably duplicate a 0-cost restore or this restoration detonation. Maybe it's just that restoration detonation. Big heal. Spell chain. You know what's really interesting? If I spell chain this restoration detonation and play it, it makes all other spells in my hand free. Right? Think about this. I play it at 1. Okay. You played it at 1. It creates a 2-cost copy. The 2-cost copy... The 2-cost copy then makes my whole hand free. I spend all my Ember on that turn, and then everything else is free now because of Split Anvil. You know what? That's really good, right? This is really strong. And then I take the 10 in piercing into the other restoration detonation now. That was a really good set of upgrades, actually. I'm fine going to 50 here for that. That was really strong. Spikes is actually not scary at all. Interestingly, I might be able to just play bottom here. No, I don't. I was going to say if this Light Harnesser doesn't get upgraded, I just play bottom, but we play top. It's cool. Sure. Sure, I play Echo Snare middle. I play Fracture on the back dude, and I take a bunch of heals here. Take the restores, they're better. Cool, yeah, check this. So, Restoration Detonation. Restoration Detonation. Everything in my deck is now free, in my hand is now free. Let's see, 4 Reap times 4 does kill. I want to kill this priest, I think, yeah. Yeah, cool. I kill the priest because I auto-kill the other dudes because I'm quick. I need to avoid being too strong. It's kind of a funny thing to say, being too strong. This is going to be a bad floor, right? 70-70 and this back dude's a problem. It's true. The back dude is a problem. I could potentially answer it with that restoration detonation. I could redraw either one. I think the answer here is to give the Sentient 40 attack. Funny enough, the Sentient cultivates herself, actually, which is hilarious to me. Yeah, I'm going to give the Sentient 40 attack here. That seems really strange, I know, but... or, you know, we can just hit Restoration Detonation with Piercing, and we answer the whole floor, which is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, see, the nice thing is, look at this. If I don't hit another Restoration Detonation next turn, Steelsinger kills the front two, and then her 40 attack kills the back dude. Which is just great news, right? This is good. Playing top is nice. Yeah, look at this. We just kind of do it again. Cool. And then I just, what, reap up the front dude here? I mean, we want to basically slow burn the boss here. Yeah. I want to slow burn the boss because I want to see a lot of healing cards. Yeah. That's the trick here. We easily destroy this. I just want to be able to heal as much as possible. Armor's fine. I'll play these. I don't have any other heal cards, so it's okay. Sure. Let's see. 2 rounds, 3 rounds. It's okay. What are we up to? We should be doing pretty well here, right? 76 by 2. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take serrated mandibles. Hell yeah, I will take that. Tough decision. I think it has to be Awake, right? Multiple regen triggers is strong. Awake is a good card. It's also perfectly situated to be a holdover here. Make my entire deck free. I could just do it with Focus Growth though, right? Focus Growth with a holdover is strong. I could just draw 2 Focus Growths. I could just dupe the Focus Growth, right? Immediately. Yeah, actually it's Focus Growth here. Yeah, for sure. Wurmkin Spike. An interesting spell. It wipes the floor. And the nice thing is I play it at 3 Ember. It makes everything else in my hand free. We could do some funny stuff with this, right? I'm okay with that. Not purple. I don't really care. It's nice answering problems. I could also take Forced Contamination, but I don't think that's correct. Wurmkin Spike at least goes away. Yeah, this is a good one. I like floor clears. We go to the right. I don't need anything on the left here. We take a Horde. Lightstone Casing. We click these. I'm going to remove 2 Train Stewards. They're the hardest cards to play in my deck. For sure. The dupe is actually just Focused Growth, which is hilarious. Yeah, it's actually just Focus Growth. We're going to, of course, go, in case there was any doubt, we go to wherever the dupe is on Ring 8, and we just dupe the dude. And he's going to be strong. Focus Growth is really powerful as a dupe here. It draws me faster. Yeah, it's 100% this. And it already kind of answers Ember questions. Yes, Emblem of the Exiles is fun. First Hell Pact is also fun. And I do like Tempered Talisman here. I think it's got to just be Emblem of the Exiles, though. This relic is exceptional, and I'm going to be playing on 2 floors. So, yeah. It's also technically just scaling for the Sentient. Yeah, it's hard to say no to Emblem. Cool, we move on at 65. We're under 80, so I'm not too worried. Yes, Self-Made Harpy into a Revenge boss. Pretty cool. Oh, actually, hold up. This is a really scary combat. This is Sycophants of Seraph, Self-Made Harpy. I'm thinking. The silence is me thinking. I think taking this trial kills you, maybe, or does like 80 damage or something. I just chill on this. We play top, as before. Take the heal. Cool, thank you, 0 cost restore. We play Focused Growth here. Makes everything else free. Take their heal, of course. I'm going to put a Razor Sharp into... Could get the money. How greedy do I want to be here? Nice thing is, Serrated Mandibles helps a little bit with this, right? I can play Fracture here, and we maybe get some weird stuff coming out of it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think I take the money here, actually, which is really weird, but it's fine. Okay, also, this man in middle got upgraded. Ooh, thank you, Echo Snare. We're okay. We've done it. All right, we're doing a great job. Can save some damage up here. Yeah, cool, we're good. Great job, go team. Heals, heals. I want to work. We're at what, like 84 by 2 is 106. I actually need to put damage in this man. He scares me a lot. Cool. Cool, cool. All right, we answered the scariest man here. Also, we just drew the right card on the right turn, which is great news. So that's fun. Yeah, fun. We just make our whole hand free, essentially. I'm gonna heal No, I'm not gonna heal Sentient. Right. Heal, heal. I play Invigorating Solution. I put some Reap in the floor. Thank you, Serrated Mandibles. Extremely cool. I take the heals because I just want heals. I leave this one in at 2 cost. It's good. I could put this in the Steelsinger, right? Right, of course. You could just put it in the Steelsinger. But I think I want to spread my hits out, right? Do I? Oh no, there's an upgraded 140. I need to be over 140 here. I'm gonna 100% put it in the back, dude. Yeah, it's fine. We can't disrespect this combat. I can't do funky shenanigans here. Yeah, this is the turn. Look at this. All 1-costers. And then I play Wurmkin Spike at 3, my entire hand goes to 0. Yeah, this is pretty good. Okay, so again, we don't want to disrespect Harpy. So I'm actually going to Razor Sharp here to save the HP on her. I'm going to, we clear mid. Yeah, we clear mid. I'm going to Razor Sharp in the back. And we're just going to scale up for big shelter value. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to get through Harpy here. But like, look at this thing. That's 36 damage. It's going to be doing 8 by 6. Yeah, that's tough, man. Focus growth. Sadly, we drew both of them on the same turn, but it's fine. Good. I have to be careful. I think I want to fracture her, but if I put... I mean, I'm always going to heal up top, right? Oh, but if I leave it alive and it gets reaped, it's fine? Yeah, okay, we're going to do this then, up top, and that'll be okay. I'm going to try to keep that Sycophant alive to the best of my ability. Also, thank you, Restoration Detonation. Extremely cool. Yeah. Energy's probably the take here. We win this, right? I have a quick 300. We have enough turns. Yeah, okay. In this case, I'm not going to overscale. I want to try to get the regen turns out. We win this already. Yeah, we're through this. Okay, so we're good. Heals are fine. Whatever. Let's see. 1 round, 2 rounds. And then, yeah, okay, she kills it. All right, fair enough. Okay, we got through it. Good job. Go team. Preserved Thorns is not a bad card, but I already kind of draw well enough. Never Bramble Lash. I skip these. Show me an Awoken. What is it? Unleash the Wildwood, please. Soul Crushing Guild. Nah, I don't need this on this run. We have a 120 HP lad who's at 106 by 2 already. Yeah, we're good. He gets Emblem of the Exiles values as well. I want to still look for Holdover. Yeah. Yeah, I do want to look for Holdover here. I could see a Caverns value event. Yeah, fine. Sure. What you got in this Caverns, friend? Okay. Sunderstone into my already fully upgraded Steelsinger. That's not overpowered at all. Wow. Is this a high roll? It just became a high roll, yes. -1. Man, this is really good, right? -1 into this Restoration Detonation is extremely powerful. It's interesting because I actually think... What would I hold over here? I don't have to do this on this one, right? I can put it into... What? What would I -1 here? The focus growth being at 2 are good. I'm basically holding off on this restoration detonation because if they show me holdover, this just becomes my 3 ember every turn, essentially. And from that perspective, I would want the -1s in the focused growths, actually. It's okay to leave 1 up there, right? I don't know. I think having both of them be there is good. I'm going to make this other restoration detonation 0. No, it's going to be restores, actually. If I draw these early on turn 1, I want to be able to play them. They're huge value. Yeah, it's fine. 20 and consume. Nope. I like those. Reroll it. Permafrost. You know, it's cursed. It's fine. There's more magic shops. It's actually a really good one on the next floor. If I never see a holdover, it's okay. I don't actually mind. Yeah, I just don't mind. Make all the restores free, I think. I actually think making the restoration detonation free is better here, right? Yeah. By removals. Into what? It's interesting. What do I remove? The things that consume I don't really mind that much. Fracture is too good of a card to clear right now. Razor Sharp Edge? Remove one of these? I don't know. These are all good cards, right? Shelter is maybe the worst card. It doesn't say healing, but it is consuming. It's interesting because I like having a fracture for this stage of the game. In which case, I remove what? I'm going to remove a shelter here. I don't have to actually spend my money on removals right now. Yeah, we actually just sit on our money. Is there anything I want to permafrost here? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. 20 and consume. It's just my heal spells. I don't want to get rid of those. I don't have to buy removals right now. I'm already at 80 from this dupe. I can easily get to 100 from this temple. So we always get there. I don't need this money either. Yeah, okay, we chill at 65 here. This is strong. This is strong. I'm going to take Ember here, thanks to Cultivating Sentient being my 6th draw card relic. And then I have the Focus Growths, which are nice. And so, like, Restore being 0 here would have gotten me a free Rejuvenate trigger. Right? Now, fortunately, Restoration Detonation exists, so we get at least a +1, but fair enough, right? Fair enough. Okay, we make all our hand free. Cool. We should respect, maybe? I should respect. I don't think we're at a stage where I'm going to disrespect the game, right? Doesn't matter, we're over that stage. Why would I do that? Put it into Fel. Okay. We're going to respect Fel, is the thing that we're going to work on here. Let's see, I can play 3-cost Wurmkin Spike and play every card in my hand. That's good, right? I will Echo Snare bottom, cleans that up a bunch. I will Reap Fel, and I will take Shelter here. Cool. Cool. Yeah, look again. Perfect. I mean, I think I actually play the Focus Growth here instead of going all in on the Restoration Detonation, simply because I want to draw more cards next turn. Right? We take every heal here, 100%. And then I Reap Fel. And then I Echoes of the Past up here. Neat. Yeah, we should get through this. Yeah, look at this. Focus Growth. Doing work. I mean, there's a reason I clicked on... What was it? Split Anvil. I foresaw some kind of nonsense like this. I don't need Ember. Technically, I could take Draw. But I'm also... Look how many cards I'm drawing, right? Once I get... later game, I can start removing fractures. Basically, once I dupe this thing, I no longer need to worry about it. Yeah. I'm actually going to take some stats on Sentient here as a 3rd attack, right? This is useful for, like, this wave that's coming up with the Sycophant, right? Doing 20 damage is nice. Yeah, for sure. Ah, shame. Both focus growths on one turn. It's the only downside. We just load up Fel. I mean, we actually just obliterate Fel here, right? Ah, that's like a ton of damage. I'm not really worried about the regen procs. We don't have very much in the way of regen here. We just take heals, right? It's just big heal energy. I mean, she's taken... I could kill her pre-Relentless, but I really don't want to. We're gonna chill. We easily win Relentless at this stage. So we just kind of don't do stupid stuff. I'm gonna take the Echoes of the Past into no one, actually, right? We're fine. We've done it. I need to actually see that I get enough turns. I mean, the nice thing is I respected her, and in respecting her, we got big scaling, and I'm very confident that we win. So I'm not worried. Yeah, from this point I can just complete disrespected, yeah? Yeah. And these Reap triggers are going crazy, huh? Yeah, that's good, right? Take the regen procs where I can get them. Fine. Fine. Now, we're doing a lot with Reap here, thanks to Serrated Mandibles. It's easy to overlook this ability, but I mean, this thing's taking 400 damage here. I mean, obviously, we overscale. We annihilate. There's no way we wouldn't annihilate there. What are we up to? Where's our bud? Oh, man, 145? That's pretty strong. He already kills a 290 on his own, which is good. And I have a whole other combat. Wurmkin etchings? What does this do for me? Nothing I want. Perfect Insanity is silly. I don't want it. Yeah, we skip. Fine. And now the real question. Draw or Ember? I think Ember is unnecessary. The only card that really hates Ember, or that needs it, is this Restoration Detonation. Right? I'm going to every magic shop at this point. So I actually think it's just going to be draw here. I want to draw cards, because then I can do more with Split Anvil. I think I can clean up the Split Anvil if I see a holdover. You then hold over this Restoration Detonation, right? You play this at 3 Ember every turn, and from that position, you just -1 your focus growths, and every single card in your deck becomes free, right? So we take draw here as a result, which is excellent news. I'm just thinking, yes, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. And the quick means I kill the Pyro Wings too, so I'm not even worried about it on Chased. Cool. Show me a holdover, you cowards. I'm going to start doing the -1s on focus, on one of the focused growths. One of them. Permafrost. I don't know about that. It's in this cavern. Show me another overstack, please. No, it's fine. We just take Heaven's Gold here. It's good, right? It's just good. We could take Gift of Gratitude, and Gift of Gratitude, Hell Pact was on this run. Fun. We could take Gift of Gratitude and use it as a Split Anvil proc for 120 gold, but I think if anything does leak, I will just be happy to have Heaven's Gold here. It's such a strong relic. What you got in this temple? A -2. Okay, that is worth considering. Dark Forge, Force Cultivating 3. Yeah, for sure. Big HP stack is really the only reason this thing exists right now, and the +1 draw. We are removing 2 cards. They're probably just Fractures. True. Is there a Permafrost target? I really don't think so. I just play everything every turn. It's fine. I don't want to consume any of my heals. We re-roll it. You know, it's just never my day. I'm duping on the next floor, so I don't get to look at this magic shop. I was just thinking. And because I don't get to look at the magic shop, I'm going to put a -1 into Restoration Detonation here instead. And that'll just have to be fine, right? Yeah, the dupe goes into Steelsinger 100% of the time, for sure. It's a shame. I will put the -1, yeah, into the restoration detonation. There is a -2 in the shop. I could put that in. I'm going to 80 right now. -2 is probably the best value I'm going to get here. Yeah, so I put the -2 into this restoration detonation, and this thing is ridiculous. This thing has every single big upgrade shop thing. It's a huge heal, by the way, for 0 cost. Sure, dude. Sure. I need to take shards, so it's like fine to do this. We don't need an intrinsic on anything. I remove, honestly, 2 fractures. Clean this up a little bit. Yeah. Everything else either consumes or whatever. The razor sharps will matter a little more later on. I'll be happy to have some bonus attack scaling here. Sure, I'll leave a couple in of these fractures, by the way. It'll be fine. The -1 now goes into just restore. I want these to always be free. Sure, true enough. Remove consume. No, I don't want these. I'm gonna buy removals now. I think I actually buy a removal into 1 razor sharp, maybe. I do have the Echoes of the Past. I just was not playing this Echoes of the Past last combat, right? Yeah, I'll buy 1 removal on a razor sharp here. I think it's good. The reason it's valuable to do that now, by the way, is higher healing density in this combat means I might get a couple more regeneration, rejuvenate procs here. And some last minute optimization is good. I go to 95 from the dupe. I'll take whatever the heck this temple shows me at the 10 level. Whatever it is, it's going to be either intrinsic or better than intrinsic. So, seems good to me. Yeah. The important thing is I never can play both of my dudes on turn 1. And the first one always gets played on bottom floor so that I don't take the Ember Drain on top floor, right? Aggressive Amulet is scary. Kind of. It kind of is scary, right? I think I can take this, but I'm not hitting enough times. So we'll have to respect it with a little bit of the reap here, I think. We play top, of course. As before, I'm gonna Echo Snare bottom. That will just do something. Yeah, fine. Sure, this is good. Again, thank you, Focused Growth, for existing. A serious consideration for playing Restores mid-floor. I always play the Razor Sharp on Steelsinger here. Drawing 9 cards. So I should see everything and be able to play it all, thanks to the -1s. Yeah, I should see most everything. I could miss 1 card. I have no holdovers. Echoes of the Past means I always clear this Gilded Wing and this unit in the middle, so I always clear this wave because Sentient will punch it. So that's good. I'm just debating how much I want to give up here. I think it's nothing. I think I just full disrespect here. Yeah. Wow, yeah, bottom card. Tough. So, it's okay because I have the Restoration Detonation. We're just fine on that now. Okay, we get through that now. I want to draw cards here. I need to respect these floors a little bit. So I'm going to play the Fractures on the back dudes here. Yeah, that guarantees this guy doesn't kill me. And I want to draw cards here, so I'm going to play Focused Growth. It's better than Invigorating Solution because it heals in this case. Good. Okay, we navigated that. We took a huge amount of hits, but I think we're going to be all right. All right, yeah, here's the line. I go downstairs. I click Wurmkin Spike for 3. There's a reason I took this card, by the way, and it's exactly for this situation. You just want to end a wave. And then we just kind of We just kill the Steel Wings outright. Let's run the numbers first, though, right? Big heals here. Yeah, I mean, I end the front dude, and then this cleans up a lot. Yeah, fine. I give up 1 Rejuvenate trigger to make sure I don't leak here. Yeah, I start working on middle. Excellent. We clear it. Good. Cool, we clear it. Yeah, we're good. All right, we navigated the combat. If I can navigate this, which is a really hard multi-hit combat here, then we're actually just super okay. We just take heals at this stage. We're okay with that. -2, serving me well. I will fracture on the bottom. Fine. Sure. I'm good with this. There's a lot of reasons I'm good with this, because I need to be very careful about how I approach everything here, or I risk losing entirely, right? I think, again, like, I think this actually echoes into Sentient here. And then what am I drawing? I'm seeing at least 1 restoration detonation, so we're okay. We have any reap on that floor? Kinda. I think I want to put it on Sentient, like, just unironically, in case I have to hit a 3rd unit here. I do need to work on that bottom dude, right? Restoration detonation cleans this up. Good. Heals all go into backline. We reap the back dudes. Good. It's actually nice that he didn't get reaped at all, right? Pretty cool. All right, we navigated this combat, which is potentially the hardest one. The value stone's value. I mean, it's in the name, but dang, it's good. I'm gonna burn the shelter here. That's a good card to get rid of it long last. Take the regen triggers where I can get them. We're looking real good. It's like a couple rounds at most. Yeah. Alright, that should be a real nice looking Steelsinger. Nice. He's almost at 200. Perfect. That's what I like to see. That's a big ramp there. Okay, now, in that respect, we're strong. I don't need these cards. Infused Invigorating Solution is cute, but I don't need it. Again, I don't need Soul Cripple, Revenge of the Damned. These are not relevant to me. It's just money. Good. Good, good, good. I go left. And I dupe our super dude. Yep. We just dupe our super dude. And then we buy everything from this. Plus 30 goes into, I don't know, sure, put it in a restore. Intrinsic. Shame they didn't show me it right. Like, what would I put this on, actually? It doesn't really matter. I could... Remember, on anything I intrinsic needs to cost 0, right? Or else I can't play it. So I'm going to put it on this restore, I suppose. And then... Sure. Sure. Champion getting plus 50% max health, pretty fun. Yeah. And then I dupe one of the 5... Oh, snap. I was mentally duping a spell, wasn't I? I don't have an infused Steelsinger. Wow. That's a good point. I needed to take that intrinsic. I'm throwing. Oh my god. I lose because of this, don't I? Because I have to dupe a frickin' spell here, right? No, oh my god, my math is fine. I don't know what I was thinking. Of course, right, I had 80, I take the 10 and the 15, that's 25. We get there. Okay, sorry. Is it late? It's only 2:57. I'm fine. We're fine. I can dupe Steelsinger. 105 out of 100. I misread. I thought I was at 80, and I was looking at it and I was thinking 80 plus 15 gets me 95. So I misread this number. I am in 3 digits. Okay, we're not throwing. Jeez. I planned for this. What's wrong with me? Yes, 105 out of 100. The run is fine. Okay. I take Mark of an Exile because that's just straight up 80 health. I'm gonna re-roll. Echo Seedling is fun. Refracting Lens is also fun, kind of. These don't matter. I remove cards now. Right? What do I even remove? I think I just sit on my money. 24, I mean, Echo Snare goes away. These are all fine. Everything that is a heal is fine. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I just sit on this for 94 Heaven's gold value. Yeah, I mean, 90 gold for a removal is pretty high value, right? It's actually really good. I should probably take 1 removal here. It's really high value removal. Yeah, we'll kill a Fracture. Sure. Alright, we're good. 450. 85 is a good threshold. And, oh my gosh, I spooked myself. I thought I misread my number as 80, and I thought I was only getting 15 from this. And I was like, oh no, I can't do an infusion. How do I get to 100? And I had this moment of terror. Oh, God. No, I planned for this. This is my win streak. Oh my gosh, I scared the hell out of myself there. That would have been an absolute throw in the worst way possible. We're fine. 105 out of 100. We go to Chased. Yes. And I remembered to take the dupe. I planned for this. I would take everything at that shop. Yes, we're good. We play these dudes bottom. And I just leak this because the hell with me, I suppose. Do I have to play the other dude right away? I guess not. This isn't Divinity. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna save this 15 then. I'm gonna save the 15, yeah, okay, fine. Yep, sorry, bud. We don't get you today. Sure, we just take cards. I'm gonna play the Shelter here. I'm gonna kill the Lightwings. All I have to do is get down to 2 hits on the floor. What do we have? Again, no 2 hits on the floor, sadly. Sentient has so much HP, she never cultivates herself. 250! I did the math wrong. It's... Wow. Wow. It's 160 plus 80 is 240, and she's gotten 2 procs of Emblem of the Exiles. Wow, okay. Alright, so here's the deal. Is this my Wurmkin etching spike turn? It might as well be, right? I'm putting it into Chased. Sure, why not? Sure, dude. We're gonna play Echo Snare on middle. I'm gonna take these. We're not gonna disrespect anymore. I'm just gonna pump. I take 15 because I dropped the... Yeah, okay, fine. You know what? I deserve that. I said I wasn't gonna disrespect, and then I did a stupid thing. I'm still slightly frazzled. It's really annoying. I shouldn't be frazzled either. I haven't made any errors. I was 100% correct in my everything. Yes, I was correct. We did a good job. Play the cards first, by the way. Play the cards first. Yes, okay, good. It was important. I wanted to not take another 15. Now, don't play stupid Echoes of the Past. Jesus. Put this dude middle. He punches. I give him the heal here. Great job. Well played. Cool. Go team. Jeez. We're fine. Dusk, we're fine. We haven't made any errors. I took 15 damage I didn't need to take, but the shards are okay. We're going to the Divinity. It's pretty weird being, like, so spooked by that, huh? It doesn't actually matter where I put these, right? I'm happy to just kind of heal up anything. This kills middle dudes. I'll give him armor since he's taking a big hit. Sure. Seems good. Cool, that's good. Alright, I am going to heal Sentient here for the Relentless turns. Also because this punches a lot of numbers into... Yeah, this is pretty good, right? It punches a ton into Seraph. If I pop up top, we're okay, right? I'm going to pop here, yeah, actually, because it does so much more to that dude. Yeah. And I'm going to now heal mid-floor. I'm going to take the Echoes here because it does a lot of work. It's fine on that floor. Okay, alright, we're fine. We're fine. I took 15, I didn't need to, but we're okay. We're okay. Everything is fine. Yep, everything's okay. Absolutely everything. All right, fine. Anyway, you know, there's not a lot of nuance to this. We're kind of just navigating this combat. He almost wins. And you know what? I want another turn, so I'm going to let him lose and pump everything up top. Cool. That's actually perfect. He does something like 2.8k there, so don't even click anything. We're fine. It's really good, actually, right? It gives me another turn of scaling top floor man, which is perfect. Like, he's super dead. But look at all these procs I now get, right? Thank you, Spell Chain. Extremely cool. This dude dies in one turn. Yeah, he's already dead. Seems good. Punch. Okay, we're fine. I took 15 I didn't have to take. Oh no, my score. I think we're going to be okay. And look, we're fighting the Divinity. It's fine. Okay, now we're on the Divinity. I can play something more normal. Alright, we Sentient with... Okay, we actually just did a great job. The only thing that could have messed me up is if I drew both of my Steelsingers on turn 1, but we didn't have that problem. Cool, we even kill the backline dudes thanks to Serrated Mandibles. Fun. Good cultivates too, by the way. The next guy gets played middle, so we don't have to deal with anything else. I want to work on... I think I want to heal Sentient here. And then I heal... Doesn't matter, right? I'm going to play at least one healing in middle. It does a lot of damage to the Divinity, but it also prevents him from looking so close to death. Fine. Yeah, we're okay. This is going to be fine. You know, this is why this lineup works so well. We just send Wurmkin Spike here, for sure. Look at that swing. What a wonderful swing. Just play big card, right? Yeah, cool. He takes care of middle. Good job. We shelter here, and I do want to leave the Reap on that floor. I just did that, so I'm going to play it on middle. Yeah, fine. Okay. I want to toss a Restoration Detonation on middle dude here. Although I want to play it on bottom, actually, because it auto kills the mini-boss. Yeah, good. And we'll just take HP up top now. Heal this dude a little bit. And sure, I'll put the Echo on middle. Yeah. Good. Okay, fine. Cool. Vengeful Shard, don't matter. I want to heal. Yeah, middle guy, for sure. Middle dude here. I want to leave a little damage on him, actually. Can I get us over 290? I sure can. It's quite easy to get us over 290, actually. Oh, yeah. if I play... I'm just going to put the Echoes of the Past here, right? 337 is a big number. I take less on the back, but we're okay with that because we take nothing from the front. Yeah, it's fine. And the middle guy clears it up. Yeah, we're fine. This run is straightforward. The run is okay. We have achieved victory in the video game. We don't need to incant on that floor. I'm going to start putting some numbers in middle a little bit. I'm going to heal Sentient. This is fine. Take some damage in middle. 261 is good. Yeah, we're fine. Cool. Important thing is I did kill the Ember Wing or Pyre Wing there in one round, which is pretty cool. We cleaned this up. I need to respect... Yeah, here's the deal. I'm going to reap that middle dude. This floor's fine, and now I'm going to absolutely heal Sentient here. Cool. Pretty good, actually. I want to send this shelter, by the way. Fine. Good. And the Reap kills the mid dude. We clean this up. Very good. Alright, cool. I think we've gotten it. Let's see. It doesn't matter. We never get there with this restoration detonation, so I just put it in middle. We almost pre-relentless, by the way. Yeah, we almost pre-relentless here. I don't mind the Reap going away. I want to see 411 by 2 here. We're fine. There's no way we lose. Right? There's actually no way that we can lose here, I'm pretty sure. We just Reap up here and we're fine. Yeah, cool. Good job. Go team. Yeah, we're fine. Cool. Well played. Yeah, alright, good job. Go team. Alright, I mean, this is fine, right? We win. Great job. Well played. We win on 2 different floors. Cool. Again, I knew what I was doing. I just kind of scared myself, really. Really bizarre, actually, right? Very strange having that kind of a scare for no real reason, actually. 503 by 2 as well. So we one round him on every floor. On bottom, at least, yeah. He wins on middle, though. Good job, bud. Cool. Yeah, Divinity's dead. Great job. Go team. Cool. Alright, I mean, it was a straightforward run, I think. Nothing too crazy there. It was Steelsinger all the way. Make big man. And then you just give enough space to play them together. And that early split anvil did a lot of work. We'll talk about it. It's pretty solid. Cool. Bing. Fun. Alright, let's look at the run summary. It was straightforward. Definitely a high roll once they showed me the melee weakness. I mean, there's no real workaround for that. You show me good overstack upgrade. There's a reason I look at those caverns so religiously. I definitely always prioritize them when possible. The early split anvil was a really good decision, I think. This split anvil essentially meant I didn't have to worry about Herschel's compound. Or taking energy there. Obviously, I hustled a lot of -1s, which meant that eventually I could just play everything anyway, and I didn't even have to care. So like on Divinity and Seraph, I didn't need Split Anvil. It only mattered on one turn, which was the turn that I played Wurmkin Spike, which, by the way, is a really good card for this kind of a run. I took 15 damage because I did a stupid thing, and I just forgot, and I played the stupid Echoes of the Past and removed all my Echoes and didn't leave an Echo on the floor. I should have played the Echo first, and then I should have played a card that applies an Echo, so we would still kill that backline dude. But, okay, fine. I didn't leak anything on Divinity anyway, so you know what? 15 damage didn't matter. I'm sorry, that is a misplay, for sure. I even identified it immediately after I did it. I was like, ugh, why would I do that? And it was because I was frazzled, right? I need to trust myself is the thing. I did the math on the shards I needed to do. I knew I would take 25 walking into ring 8. I had 80, which would take me to 105. I always could take everything there, no problem. And for some reason, mentally, I took the 10 and I thought I was still at 80. Really confusing. I don't know why the math worked out that way for my head. I think I was actually unable to see. I think I actually just misread it and was like, wait, did I screw up earlier? I had that moment of silence. If you go back, you see it. It's not even that late for me. Like, I'm actually fine with recording another episode of something modded after this, which is kind of weird because, I go to bed at like 5 a.m. or whatever. It's fine. But really bizarre. Anyway, I was actually correct. This run would have been significantly harder though if I was unable to dupe Steelsinger and had to dupe one of my spells. So if I had messed up the shards on ring 8, I would have still been able to fight the Divinity, but it would have looked a lot worse. Not having two of these would be really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. I think we would still. It would have been tough. I think we could have won thanks to Heaven's Gold combined with the Reap killing backlines. So, like, Serrated Mandibles and Heaven's Gold would have saved us there, actually. But it would have been rough. That would not have been good, honestly. I would have ended up playing top floor and just kind of going to town pretty much. So, but whatever, it's fine. Our big dudes did big work. Real strong. Also, Restoration Detonation is a ridiculously good card, and Spell Chain on a heal card is really strong, especially early on. It gives double value for your draw. Additionally, if it's purple, it gives a lot of value to Serrated Mandibles. This relic did so much work on this run. This relic was why I could take 400 gold out of Ring 7. I just killed half the floors with the backlines with Serrated Mandible value. Now imagine if you also saw Serrated Mandibles with Decayed Decoy, and you could see how strong this relic really gets. Also, don't sleep on Emblem of the Exiles. This thing's pretty nuts, especially if you're setting up on 2 floors. Get 10 HP a turn to your front dude who wants the HP. Hell yeah, that's incredible. And then, Mark of an Exile with Sentient, pretty decent, I would say. Honestly, good relics overall, and the melee weakness meant we needed very few turns to kill things. In the end, it didn't matter for the waves. We were one-shotting them anyway, so it was kind of whatever in that sense. Because, okay, fine, we apply melee weakness, but they die immediately, so it's whatever. But it did matter for Relentless Combat, simply because it simplified it. Only a few rounds. We would have won anyway, even without it, though. So it just, looks really good. It looks awesome, so fair enough. Thanks, Thunderstone. Extremely cool. And yeah, I don't have much else to say. It's a good win. That brings us up to 89, so hell yeah. All right, so hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.